How to stay calm under pressure. The feeling of being overwhelmed and stressed out is all too familiar for many of us. When we are under pressure, it can be difficult to keep our cool and stay focused on anything. And it becomes even harder when we try to force ourselves to relax. In a world full of chaos and unpredictability, it's important to understand how to manage your stress in the best way possible for you and keep yourself from crumbling under pressure. So, how do we go about doing this? How can we stay calm under pressure when everything seems to be going wrong? After watching this video, you will learn 12 tips on how to stay calm under pressure, and you will also learn the science behind it. So, make sure to watch this video to the end and take notes if necessary. Welcome to a new video from the Social Psychology Masters YouTube channel. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos. Let's start. Understanding the cause. Before we can start to address the problem, we need to understand what's causing it. What is making you feel overwhelmed and stressed out? Is it because of a situation you are in, or is it something else? Is it because of what's happening in the world right now? For some people, the cause of their stress is obvious. They might have a lot of work to do, or they might be dealing with a difficult situation. But for others, the cause might be more hidden. Once you understand the cause, it becomes much easier to find a solution. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed because of what's happening in the world, there's not much you can do to change that. But you can change how you're reacting to it. With that said, here are the scientifically proven tips that can help you. Number 12. Choose where to place your attention. When we're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, our attention is scattered in all directions. We are worried about everything that's happening, and we can't seem to focus on anything. In these situations, it's important to focus on one thing at a time. You need to choose where you want to focus your attention. For example, if you're at work and you're feeling overwhelmed, try to focus on the task at hand. Don't think about the deadline that's looming or the presentation you have to give later in the day. Just focus on what you're doing right now. The same thing applies to situations outside of work. If you're out with your friends and you're feeling overwhelmed, try to focus on the conversation that's happening. Don't worry about the things you have to do later or the argument you had with your partner this morning. Just focus on the present moment. Number 11. Use positive self-talk. Most people don't realize how powerful their thoughts can be. The things we tell ourselves can have a huge impact on our emotions and our behavior. That's why it's important to use positive self-talk in high-stress situations. When you're feeling overwhelmed, tell yourself that you can handle this. Tell yourself that you're strong and capable. Remind yourself that you've been through tough situations before and you've come out on top. Use positive words to describe yourself, such as capable, strong, resourceful, and compassionate. Number 10. Take a break. According to research, taking a break can be a very effective way to reduce stress. When we're feeling overwhelmed, our brains are in overdrive and we can't seem to relax. That's why it's important to take a break when we are feeling stressed out. Step away from the situation and give yourself some time to clear your head. For example, even when you are at work, you can take a 5-minute break to go for a walk or drink some water, or even listen to your favorite music for a few minutes. Number 9. Deep breathing. Deep breathing is another effective way to reduce stress. When we're feeling overwhelmed, our breathing tends to be shallow and rapid. This can send us into a state of panic and make the situation worse. It's scientifically proven that deep breathing can help to calm the nervous system and reduce stress. To do deep breathing, you need to take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it for a few seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this for 5 minutes or until you feel more relaxed. Number 8. Stay away from the news and social media. Did you know that the news and social media can actually increase stress levels? This is because when we are exposed to negative news, it can cause us to feel anxious and stressed. This is especially true for people who are already dealing with a lot of stress in their lives. That's why it's important to stay away from the news and social media when we're feeling overwhelmed. These things can only add to our stress levels and make the situation worse. Number 7. Get some exercise. Exercise is a great way to reduce stress levels. When we're stressed out, our bodies produce a hormone called cortisol. This hormone can cause us to feel anxious and jittery. Exercise can help to reduce cortisol levels and make us feel more relaxed. In fact, research has shown that exercise is just as effective as medication in reducing stress levels. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, try to get some exercise. Go for a walk, run, or bike ride. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you get your heart rate up and start to sweat. Number 6, stay away from negative people. It's important to surround ourselves with positive people when we're feeling overwhelmed. This is because negative people can actually increase our stress levels. Negative people tend to be pessimistic and Debbie Downers. They always see the glass as half empty and they're never happy. When we're around negative people, it drains our energy and makes us feel stressed out. That's why it's important to stay away from them when we're feeling overwhelmed. Number 5, talk to a friend or family member. When we're feeling stressed or anxious, talking to a friend or family member can be very helpful. This is because they can provide us with support and perspective. They can help us to see things in a different light and remind us that we're capable of handling the situation. They can also offer words of encouragement and make us feel better. Make sure to talk to people who are supportive and positive. Avoid talking to people who are negative and who will only make you feel worse. Number 4, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being aware of the present moment. When we're mindful, we focus on our thoughts and feelings and accept them without judgment. This is a very helpful practice when we're feeling overwhelmed because it allows us to focus on the present moment and not on the past or future. To practice mindfulness, you can sit in silence and focus on your breath. You can also pay attention to the sensations in your body and the sounds around you. It's a very simple form of meditation that can be done anywhere at any time. Number 3, eat and sleep well. Stress levels can be reduced by simply taking care of our basic needs. When we're tired, we're more likely to be stressed out. That's why it's important to get enough sleep and eat healthy foods. Eating well means eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, lean protein, and whole grains. It's also important to avoid processed foods and sugary drinks. Getting enough sleep is just as important. Most adults need around 8 hours of sleep per night. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're more likely to feel stressed out. Number 2, practice positive thinking. We know it's not easy to think positively when we're feeling stressed out. But it's important to try because positive thinking can actually reduce stress levels. When we think positively, we focus on the good things that are happening in our lives. We see the glass as half full instead of half empty, and we believe that things will eventually work out for the best. Positive thinking doesn't mean that we ignore the negative things that are happening. It simply means that we're choosing to focus on the positive instead. Number 1, create your own peace. Lastly, remember that you have the power to create your own peace. No one can make you feel stressed or anxious unless you allow them to. When we're feeling overwhelmed, it's important to take a step back and remind ourselves that we're in control. We can choose how we react to this situation, and we can find ways to calm down and relax. We can't control everything in our lives, but we can control how we react to the things that happen. So take a deep breath, relax, and remember that you're capable of handling anything that comes your way. Final thoughts. There you have it. 12 tips on how to stay calm under pressure. Following these tips can help us stay calm under pressure. By implementing a few of these tips, we can start to see a difference in our stress levels. The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to staying calm under pressure. What works for someone else might not work for you, and that's perfectly fine. Remember to take things one step at a time and don't try to do everything all at once. Just focus on 1 or 2 tips at a time and gradually work your way up. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. We are only human and we're going to make mistakes. So don't beat yourself up if you slip up. Just pick yourself up and try again. And if you have made it this far, tell us in the comment section below. What is your favorite way to stay calm under pressure? We would love to hear from you. Let's help each other out. To learn more, check out our other videos that you see on the screen right now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.